Things are definitely heating up continually, I guess, in the Chappelle v. Netflix v. for people who work at Netflix that think their opinions are super important. Now, it would appear that Dave Chappelle has not only called out some of these employees at Netflix, but has doubled down. If you've been following the situation, it came to a head just the other day when these employees held their walkout, all 7 of them. There was about 7 employees and about 700 media personalities, as well as 2 fellow comedians who showed up to defend Dave Chappelle by simply saying that jokes are funny. And they like Dave. We saw the level of discourse from a Netflix writer who raised hands to one of these peaceful counter protesters. And now, well, things continue to spiral out of control. If you're going to watch Netflix, maybe consider, I don't know, if you're going to watch anything on TV, maybe consider using a VPN. Or hey, like to get a fair match in your favorite video game? Change your location using VPN. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Hey, October is Cybersecurity Month, and they've got an amazing offer for you. It's 2021. If you don't have a VPN yet, there are several reasons why you'll want to sign up today. 1, you can browse anonymously. Keep your browsing habits to yourself. You can keep your data away from big tech so that they can't resell it. And you can access region-locked content so you can open up a whole new catalog of online content to enjoy, whether it's anime or movies that might not be available in your area. You can get at it using a VPN. And the VPN I use on my phone, my tablets, my PCs, and my laptops is Private Internet Access, and they've given an amazing offer. It is just $2.08 a month, plus 2 months free, plus 3 free years of Private Internet Access's antivirus. If you haven't signed up today, use my link in the description or pinned comment down below to get Private Internet Access today. So he's calling out employees saying now, hey, look, you got something to say? Come say it to my face. I'm willing to meet with you. Dave Chappelle says he's willing to sit down with Netflix employees, the ones who organized the company walkout earlier this week in protest to controversial jokes made in his comedy special, The Closer. In the show released earlier this month, the irreverent funny man declared gender is a fact, it is, and identified himself as a TERF. Well, that's him. I believe he was also joking, sparking immediate backlash, including from Netflix employees who walked off the job Wednesday, all 7 of them. Chappelle would be open to dialogue if the Netflix employees reach out to him for a heart-to-heart discussion, his representative told TMZ. But no one from Netflix or the employee group that led the staff walkout has contacted Chappelle or his team about setting up a meeting, the comedian's camp reportedly said, disputing what the trans woman who organized the walkout claims. Uh-oh. Looks like you're a liar. Well, I can't say that I'm shocked. Simply cannot say that I'm shocked. Ashley Marie Preston said Wednesday that she invited Chappelle to join protesters at Netflix's LA headquarters. Must have got lost in the mail. I invited Dave Chappelle to have a transformative dialogue about the harm he's committed. She told reporters he chose not to show up. Oof. Oof, never happened. Never happened. Chappelle's camp said they're not sure why Marie Preston made those claims. She did not immediately return the post for comment. I wonder why. I wonder why. Here's how the email went probably from the post. Hey, you know how you got all those headlines the other day and you were talking about taking Chappelle to task and how he ignored your invitation? Yeah, well, we talked to him and he said that you never invited him. Care to comment? And then they heard some sort of digital crickets or something like that. On top of that, Dave Chappelle doubles down planning U.S. tour if Netflix cancels, quote, The Closer. Variety fans spoke to fans who attended a sold-out Chappelle for performance in London. On Wednesday, no media was allowed in the performance. Shocking. which reportedly required all cell phones, cameras, and recording devices to be locked away in magnetic pouches. Love it. The fan said Dave Chappelle indicated he would visit 10 cities across the United States to screen The Closer if Netflix yanked the show from its platform. Netflix executives have so far given no indication that they will pull the show, despite calls from some activist group and celebrities to do so. Look, why would you pull it now? Everyone's seen it. There'd be like literally no value in pulling it at this point. I mean, you might as well just let it ride. Variety said that a few of the London fans it spoke to confirm that Chappelle mentioned the Netflix controversy during his set, indicating the protest in LA wasn't favorable. He just wants us all to get along, one attendee reportedly said. Another said Chappelle appeared baffled by the accusations. On Wednesday, a trans Netflix employee and their allies, all 7 of them again, walked off the job. They also demanded Netflix acknowledge, quote, the harm it's inflicted on the trans community. In London, a lesbian audience member said she didn't find the comedian to be offensive. We're gay, we're lesbians. The woman, who is black, told Variety, we're a couple, and we think it's fine. We don't think he's being rude or hurting anyone or being disrespectful. I don't think that it's homophobic or anything like that. Well, yeah, because she wasn't angling to get some sort of career or notoriety for being offended. That's quite simply what this is. Even Joe Rogan defends Dave Chappelle, saying that he's in no way phobic amid Netflix special uproar. Rogan says, if you don't have an enemy, you make an enemy. He also talked about what I thought was a really poignant, he made a really poignant point, saying that, ideas that we can't make fun of or people that we can't make fun of, that's extremely dangerous and scary. On Tuesday's installment of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan revealed that he and Chappelle have texted back and forth about the Netflix drama and that he's riding out the storm. Because he's not a phobic person, he makes fun of himself, Rogan began. It's fun. It's just making jokes. He doesn't mean hate. This is the problem with today. If you don't have an enemy, you make an enemy. We look for things. Like if people really hated you and they were the enemy, people would just joke around about stuff, wouldn't be thought of as the enemy. As the level of people truly hate you drops, you start looking for the equilibrium at what you're upset about. Now you're upset about jokes. Now silence is violence. And now you just can't be this, you have to be that. And it becomes this weird control level. When you start equating jokes with like real feelings, they're not the same thing. The podcast host railed against the notion that certain ideas can't be made fun of as dangerous, since it would lead to the conclusion that making fun of something is done maliciously and out of hate. If you get down to Dave Chappelle's real feelings, he's a lovely person. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. He loves everybody and he's not a hateful soul, Rogan said. He's just a guy who loves this artful stand-up comedy thing. He tries his best to navigate the world of talking garbage about things and saying outrageous things that get huge laughs, or placating really sensitive groups that feel like they are in a protected class. And the other people that pile on also feel like this is a protected class, and they equate any jokes with hate. This is where they're wrong. I'm telling you, Chappelle does not hate anyone or anything. His jokes are just that. Pay attention to the overall message. It's not phobic. It's just not. I would think that, when you look at things hopefully this thing dies down this week, that, intent matters. And as long as we keep ignoring intent, you're going to have various situations just like this. I haven't seen any information that, any solid information that Dave Chappelle is anything like what these people are saying. I have, however, seen 2 bits of evidence that these people are willing to lie, as we've seen the organizer of the walkout lying. We also saw some spicy tweets from the organizer surface, which I'll talk about tomorrow on Saturday. We see these people are willing to lie, and we also see these people are willing to raise their hands, as we saw them attack a YouTuber simply for standing there with a sign that says, I like Dave. So based on the evidence that we have, I'm going to have to side with Dave Chappelle here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you remember, make sure you pick up that special offer from private internet access. It's the VPN I use, so if you haven't signed up yet, Make today the day you get safe and you stop letting big tech get rich off your data. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.